Jim will probably be posting this, cross-posting it over to his photography page also. But Jim was curious about something. Those of you who create art, be it whatever medium, photography, clay, ceramics, canvas and ink, canvas and paint, do you have trouble charging for your art? Do you have trouble charging enough for your art? I know that sometimes people feel like it lessens their art if they charge for it. And they don't want to charge too much for it because it's just something fun they do. But I think you should think about your art as a way to pay your bills. If you're going to spend the money on a camera or on a canvas or on paint, you shouldn't just get back what you've put into it, but you should see the value of it. You've got time invested in it. Not only that, but it has an intrinsic value as something of beauty. If you start treating your artwork as if it's not worth that much, others, read as customers, are not going to see it as that valuable. Jim worked in a franchise office for a fast food restaurant one time, and they had a 99-cent menu. And at one time, they finally decided to get rid of the 99-cent menu because folks at corporate realized that if we were charging 99 cents for our food, we were basically telling our customers, hey, our food's not worth anything more than 99 cents. And that settles in people's mind. If I can't afford something good, I'll just get the cheap 99-cent stuff. And I think sometimes we do that with our art. We run sales. We say usually this piece of art would be $299, but if you'll buy it today, I'll give it to you for $175. Are we telling the customer that this is only a $175 piece of art, and by charging you $299, I'm overcharging you? There's a retailer that I always laugh at because my mother goes to it. And one week, half the store will be 40% off. And the next week, the other half of the store will be 40% off. And I oftentimes tell my mom, this tells me one thing. This place is charging you too much for whatever you're buying if they can afford to mark everything in the store 40% off in a 2-week period. I think sometimes we look at our art and we look at it as a labor of love, and for some of us, it is. I like going out and taking pictures. I physically like taking pictures. I will shoot film just because I physically like winding the film, adjusting the aperture, setting the exposure, focusing, and taking the picture. There's something about that kerchunk of the shutter. There's something about that sound that makes when I advance the film that I like. Does that mean that if I take an exceptionally fantastic picture, I should just give it away because I enjoyed making it? Or should I realize that that exceptionally well-made picture, well-exposed, well-composed, has a value beyond just my enjoyment? If you do cross-stitch because it gives you something to do while you're watching TV or while you're on a road trip, does that mean that it's not worth anything if somebody says, hey, I like that? How much do you want for it? Oh, I couldn't charge you for it. I just did it because I like doing it. I'm not saying that everything you create has to be a money-making venture, but I am saying that we have to move beyond not wanting to charge money for our art because it's a labor of love.